Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another Steam Autumn Sale video. So I asked on my community feed what you guys wanted to see next, and the first comment was single player games. So I thought, yeah, why not? Good idea. So here it is, the top 10 best single player games on sale right now, in my opinion, of course. First up, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. I mention this every time. It is one of the best games I've played. Story, linear story, very atmospheric. You need headphones to enjoy the full immersion because the audio in this game is excellent, binaural audio. And this is 75% off, 182 rupees, $749, 624 pounds, 749 euros. I like this game so much. I had followed the development of this game and I had actually bought it full price at launch back in 2017, and I would say was my game of the year for 2017. So you can get it for 75% off. Now, there has been some enhancement to it recently. Enhanced edition on PC, so you're getting a even slightly better game. So check this out if you still haven't played this. Metro Exodus, first-person shooter, post-apocalyptic. Well, it's kind of open world. This one is. The previous ones were not. Again, a really good game, different to the usual stuff, a little more survival aspect to it, and looks very good. 60% off, $299 in India, $12, 10 pounds, and 12 euros. You can get the gold edition, which has 2 more DLCs. So these two, the 2 Colonels and Sam's story. So you'll get the complete edition. This is only a little more, same discount, $369 in India, $16, 14 pounds, and 16 euros. Resident Evil 2. So I had no history with the Resident Evil games, but back in early 2019, I bought a graphics card, an AMD card, and they had offered 2 free games with it, and I picked this one. And I played it, streamed the whole thing on my second channel, and I enjoyed it quite a lot. Because I don't usually play horror games. I don't like zombie stuff too much. I mean, I play zombie games, okay. And this is not that scary. It's mostly more of a zombie game, but I really enjoyed the old style, and you get to play this game from like 2 different people's perspectives. So you have to play the game twice to get the full game, and you get basically different stuff happening from the 2 versions. And then there's also, like, if you play one first and the second, so there are 2 characters, Claire and Leon. So you can play Leon first and then Claire, and then you can play Claire first and then Leon. So you can actually have 4 different versions with slight variations. The 2 characters will have different storylines, different people they meet, etc. But the variations are also there. So yeah, a lot of gameplay value in that sense. 60% off, 800 rupees, $16, 14 pounds, 16 euros. There is the deluxe edition, which has a bunch of skins, so not necessary in my opinion, but if you wanted all the different costumes and stuff, you can get that version. Capcom isn't the best when it comes to regional pricing, but I would still say this is a very good deal, and not as cheap as it could be, but still reasonable even in like India. Next is Spiritfarer. So whenever I need something nice and relaxing, something with a nice touching story, this is the game I play a little bit. Beautiful game, emotional, it's got nice storytelling, music is great, gameplay is excellent. You have this beautiful boat that you have to build on and do a bit of farming, fishing, trading, traveling. It's just a very, very nice game. Also equal to its previous low right now, $349, 50% off, $15, 1189 pounds, and 1249 euros. The funny thing is, when E3 2019 happened, remember when Keanu Reeves popped up? Everybody was just hyped at the Cyberpunk 2077 launch, and this game was shown off right after that. And I thought to myself, that's this poor game, this will suffer, and nobody will remember this because of Keanu Reeves. This has actually turned out to be a better game, in my opinion, in some ways. Next is Rise of the Tomb Raider. So, very popular series. I'm not the biggest fan of this one. And generally, people said this game, the middle game of the reboot, is considered the best of the series, Rise of the Tomb Raider. So I thought I'll mention this. This is the one you want. This is the season pass. So 20-year celebration edition, 80% off, $199 in India, $6, £4 and €6. A Plateau Innocence. So this is another game that I often mention. One of the best single player games. Some of the best characters I've come across in a game. See, the thing with the Focus Home Interactive is this publisher, they have sort of carved a nice little niche in the gaming community with games that you don't see other people make. A lot of single player games, a lot of story driven games, games with good voice acting, games with good characters, interesting subjects, interesting time periods, etc. So this is one of their games. Plague, of course, this is made by a Sobo studio, different studio, but published by Focus. So it tells the story of these two siblings during the Black Plague in the 13th century or the 12th century, I'm not sure, in France. And you have to basically escort your brother. You play as the girl, and there's just rats everywhere. There's a bit of supernatural element as well. Decent playtime as well. This is like at least a 12 to 15 hour game if you take your time and enjoy everything. So yeah, highly recommend this game. 75% off, $424 in India, $10, £874 and €10. Now, if you see here, it says $399, but look at the price discount. It's 75 and it's also 75. This is because they've increased the base price a little bit, possibly due to all the inflation and stuff happening. So the discount is still the same. The price is just a tiny bit more, and this is simply because of this reason. I would still recommend this. It's only a little more. Next is Greedfall. So again, people already know that I'll be mentioning this game. Another game by Focus Home Interactive, developed by Spiders. This is a character-driven RPG. So unlike other RPGs, action RPGs, the fighting, the combat isn't that great in this one, if I'm honest. The story is very different. You are sort of in like a new world setting. Again, supernatural element as well here. This game has some of the best quest design I've come across besides The Witcher. Like, there's a lot of political element here, different factions that you have to interact with, and you are sort of the neutral party in this. You have to pay attention to all the dialogue and stuff. And if you like that sort of thing, this is one of the best games out there. Like I said, if you want an action-oriented RPG, then maybe this is not the best. But if you want good characters, great voice acting, deep storytelling with a lot of political intrigue, this is the one. I played this, and this was the last game I got really into back in 2019 when it came out. Like, I just no-lifed it for a week. So yeah, this was the last time I really got hooked by a game. So 60% off, $559 in India, $13.99, £11.99, €13.99 euros. Playtime is roughly 30 to 40 hours, depending on how you play it. Like, I did not do like a full completionist. There was like one long quest, like, you know, the collectibles type of quest that I did not do, but I did every other side quest. And also the side quests are very important in this game. They are connected to the main story. So if you do skip the side quests, you'll miss out on a lot of stuff. So trying to do all the side quests and then the main story is actually important in this one. There's also a new DLC that came out, the Vespe Conspiracy, where you can combine this and get the gold edition, which is a little more expensive, $7.19, $18, £15.29 and £18. No, €18, sorry. Cloudpunk, another of my favorite indie games. So you are a delivery driver in a cyberpunk world. And yeah, you just work for a company called Cloudpunk. You deliver parcels, you don't ask questions, you just deliver them. And you meet different characters along the way. It's got the voxel art style, and it looks very good. The world, the music, the setting is excellent. Very chill game. The only thing I did not like about this game was our main character, the girl, Rania. Her backstory and the way she talked did not quite match up, in my opinion. She was breaking the immersion a little bit every now and then. So basically, she has some backstory, and the way she talks is like somebody talking from now, like somebody from today. So she wasn't playing her character, if that makes sense. That was like the only times I felt a little annoyed that it was breaking the immersion. But otherwise, this is excellent. You drive around in your, what was it called? Can't remember, like a hover car or something like that. And they even added a first person in car view later on. When I played it, it only had like a third person, like, you know, overhead camera type thing. But then they added this view as well. So really, really good. 55% off, 238 rupees, $9, 764 pounds, and 899 euros. They added a DLC, which I played a little bit this year, I think. I think I streamed it, I'm not sure. City of Ghosts. So you could get the ultimate version if you wanted the whole thing. But yeah, if you want a chill game, immersive world, just, you know, there's no combat as such or anything. There are stories, and there isn't like the element where if you don't do this, you'll die or something. It's just exploring the world, talking to people, doing different quests, taking people from A to B. Well, not people, like parcels and stuff, and things like that. So really good game. I liked it. Next is Ryse, Son of Rome. So this was one of the Xbox launch titles, Xbox One launch titles back in 2014. As a $60 game, it failed badly, but as just a single player game, this is actually very good. The graphics are still incredible. The combat is sort of the quick time event style game, you know, like press X and press Y and, you know, do a bit of counter and stuff like that. So it's not the best part, but if you increase the difficulty, then it becomes a little more challenging and a little more satisfying. So yeah, my recommendation as always is to increase the difficulty as much as you can, because there's like a very hard difficulty that only opens up at the end. So yeah, increase it at the start, and then it's a short campaign, 4 or 5 hours, but it's very well done and you like it. Nice story as well, and plus it's very cheap now, because at launch this was a $60 game. Now you can get it for $2.50. So for $2.50, definitely recommend this. And then finally, a small little indie game that's quite cheap, Puzzle Agent. So this game, you are this guy called Nelson something, and you have to go to a remote town and solve a crime, a mystery over there. And yeah, the gameplay is you move along by solving some puzzles, just random weird sort of puzzles. They're not difficult, most of them are pretty easy, but there's a bit of humor. The art style is interesting, and it's just generally a nice little game. There's also a sequel to this, Puzzle Agent 2, so get both of them because they're ridiculously cheap. 90% off, 25 rupees only, 49 cents, 39 pence, and 49 cents in euros. The second one should be the same price as well. Get both of them. I actually played and I think did a full let's play of this many years ago on the channel, so you can check that to see a bit of gameplay. But there are some laugh out loud moments here. I just enjoyed this game.